Welcome. Today we will be reading Lesson 364 in the workbook, and from the text, Chapter 31, Section 8, Choose Once Again, paragraphs 1 through 5. And now for Lesson 364. This holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge. For I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace. And if I need a word to help me, he will give it to me. If I need a thought, that will he also give. And if I need but stillness and a tranquil open mind, these are the gifts I will receive of him. He is in charge by my request, and he will hear and answer me, because he speaks for God my Father and his Holy Son. Let one welcome the voice of truth, to guide all of one's thoughts and actions. For one seeks only to offer healing and forgiveness to everyone one meets today. And in not knowing what anything means, has judgment become impossible. The past not known, and the future not sought after. For in this holy moment does one have everything one needs, and one's mind is open to hear love's answer. One is ready to be instructed on where to go and what to do, knowing one never walks alone. All obstacles have been removed, and no further learning is required. And now for our text reading for today, from chapter 31, Section 8, Choose Once Again, paragraphs 1 through 5. Temptation has one lesson it would teach, in all its forms, wherever it occurs. It would persuade the Holy Son of God he is a body, born in what must die, unable to escape its frailty and bound by what it orders him to feel. It sets the limits on what he can do. Its power is the only strength he has. His grasp cannot exceed its tiny reach. Would you be this if Christ appeared to you in all his glory, asking you but this? Choose once again if you would take your place among the saviors of the world, or would remain in hell and hold your brothers there. For he has come, and he is asking this. How do you make the choice. How easily is this explained? You always choose between your weakness and the strength of Christ in you. And what you choose is what you think is real. Simply by never using weakness to direct your actions, you have given it no power. And the light of Christ in you is given charge of everything you do. For you have brought your weakness unto him, and he has given you his strength instead. Trials are but lessons that you failed to learn, presented once again. So where you made a faulty choice before, you now can make a better one, and thus escape all pain that what you chose before has brought to you. In every difficulty, all distress, and each perplexity, Christ calls to you and gently says, "My brother, choose again." He would not leave one source of pain unhealed, nor any image left to veil the truth. He would remove all misery from you, whom God created alter unto joy. He would not leave you comfortless, alone in dreams of hell, but would release your mind from everything that hides his face from you. His holiness is yours, because he is the only power that is real in you. His strength is yours, because he is the self that God created as his only Son. The images you make cannot prevail against what God himself would have you be. Be never fearful of temptation, then, but see it as it is, another chance to choose again, and let Christ's strength prevail in every circumstance and every place you raised an image of yourself before. For what appears to hide the face of Christ is powerless before his majesty, and disappears before his holy sight. The saviors of the world who see like him are merely those who choose his strength instead of their own weakness, seen apart from him. They will redeem the world, for they are joined in all the power of the will of God. And what they will is only what he wills. Learn then the happy habit of response to all temptation, to perceive yourself as weak and miserable, with these words: I am as God created me. His Son can suffer nothing, and I am his Son. Thus is Christ's strength invited to prevail, replacing all your weakness with the strength that comes from God, and that can never fail. And thus are miracles as natural as fear and agony appeared to be before the choice for holiness was made. For in that choice are false distinctions gone, illusory alternatives laid by, and nothing left to interfere with truth. We learn in this section that all temptation is only a desire to be something that one is not. And having chosen wrongly and encountered the misery of hell, one need merely choose once again to be released from the prison one had made for oneself. For identifying with images of form blinds one to one's formless reality. A body offers only weakness, limitation, and death. And in choosing this for oneself, does one choose it for all others? Yet the invitation to one's true self is but to acknowledge that one is as love created oneself, free and unlimited, and incapable of suffering of any kind. This response to all temptation removes all judgments and all false narratives that interfere with the truth.